And as we start to breathe each and every holy, sacred in breath and out breath, know the divine presence is strong and present. And for those who hear these words, know that each and every step that you have taken to make known the unknown, to develop the higher heart of compassion and unconditional love, that truly you are the divine sacred sentinels of light, that are the great radars of anchoring in the highest celestial codes of light, that each and every holy sacred step that you have done in your soul quest, your soul pulsing, that sensing, that knowing, then taking courageous steps forward in your own inner understanding and in your own inner growth. That is great sentinels of light as a great lightning rod you bring into the earth the divine, holy, sacred codes from the upper worlds that longs to bring once again into the fold the sacred Gaia, as sacred Gaia wishes to be reconnected. And so, beloveds, we say to you, you are the great connectors. And we want to say to you that what you harness and do, as you may not even be as aware, it is phenomenal, it is magnificent, and it is powerful. And maybe in a world of distraction, maybe in a world of density that is way lower than the brilliance of where you do operate, you may not know or be aware of, but we assure you there's those parts of yourself and the larger spiritual community that do understand, know, appreciate, and support the great impact that you have not only upon the earth, but in powerful dimensional levels. And so at this point, dear beloveds, as you can begin to even feel the anchoredness of this sacred space that has been prepared for you, it is already present. And you sit upon a capstone on a golden throne, for that is how you are perceived in the hearts and minds of many. And as you sit on this golden throne, on this capstone of the divine filament, that between of heaven and earth, as the great and royal priesthood that has orchestrated divine in the worlds of men, in the worlds of material density, of emotional upheaval, and mental confusion. We say to you, beloveds, those who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, that you listen to a higher octave of language and communication. And we say to you to take your royal positions, understand that and embrace it as we move forward. We come to the blessing, and it is at this time the divine family of light here together now, the Amin Shaddai, on many multiple levels, in this one moment of singularity, send forth this blessing. Blessed are they who seek the light, for light shall be given in greater measure. Blessed are they who give of the energy of light, for they shall know the increase. Blessed are the children of the light upon the earth, for theirs is the reward of the redemption. For the children of light are given the work of lifting the planet out of its state of darkness, through the increase in vibratory rate as it emanates from the being into the ethers. As ye are lifted, you will draw unto the self that one who seeks. The child of light is thereby the servant of the Most High. And so we ask you, dear beloveds, in this understanding, that you breathe the sacred holy in-breath as the myriad of your family of light surrounds you. And simply sense and feel and know our presence. For we know you. We know that light that you anchor and hold and walk upon the earth. We understand and know your desire to achieve your mission and sense of purpose upon this world that you find yourself. We see your brilliance, and we are here as your family of light in many, many realms, dimensions, and expressions of which you participate. And this very holy, sacred part of yourself has chosen to come to the earth, has chosen to incarnate into a material, dense body, into the ever flowings, ebbs and tides of an emotional body, and into a mind of multitudes of thought forms, all interconnecting and interpenetrating with one another. That you have come into this world of chaos, into a world of confusion, into a world where memories are lost. But we say to you, most powerful ones, most holy and sacred ones, that as you sit upon your golden throne, as you sit in the middle of the filament, as you hold the polarities and balance, and as you connect heaven and earth, that you have opened up great and grand portals of light. And even as you can look and observe and see a world in seemingly great chaos, confusion, suffering, and separation, we say to you, beloveds, that your work is bringing about a new day, a new brilliance, a new world. And as we come together in this eternal moment, we ask you now to take your seats of royalty, for that is where you come from and to emanate. It is not a place of selfishness or competition. It is simply an energetic. It is the royal priesthood. It is the royal priesthood of the Melchizedeks and great, great, great councils of light. So we ask you to breathe the solely in-breath and out-breath with us, your family of light, that we are in the midst of you. We know you, we see you, we love you. And even as your abilities will unfold over time and you can sense, see, touch, and feel our frequency of love and light, know that we are present and close. We are very, very close. And we walk with you. And you are loved and you are supported. And so when now, as you breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, as you now feel comfortable in your throne of gold, as you sit in the middle of the filament between heaven and earth, you are being called here now to work in the magnificence of yourselves, into the interdimensionality of which you are. And so it is in this great work. We come together and we tell the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten to take their positions of power and to own it. And as you breathe each and every holy sacred in-breath and out-breath, you breathe this sense of empowerment, of vision. You breathe in this sense of great communion, partnerships, and relationships. You breathe in the sacred understanding of a divine plan that is unfolding, and you play a key role in this unfoldment. And so it is in this empowerment of mastery, we come to support, help, and assist. That those thoughts of doubt, those thoughts of weariness will pass. And in its place, thoughts of rejuvenation, of recommitment, and of great power come flooding into your awareness, stronger and more direct. And so you sit upon the golden throne in all your regalness. And this symbol of the throne, the symbol of honor, the symbol of appreciation, the symbol of guidance, of wisdom, of help, of direction. Those, beloveds, is the role that you play in your physical, mental, and emotional experience. And so we breathe together as we support the children of the light upon the earth who have not forgotten, as they strive step by step towards the fullness of their mission and purpose, that they are a great light to the world, as the masters who have come before them and will after them, that they are steady and full in their purpose and live their purpose and master their mission as it unfolds into greater and greater and greater heights, creating new visions, new aspirations, new goals. And all the while, being the best that you can be in holding this heart of compassion and unconditional love in a high light quotient, that the regalness of this throne of gold is embedded into the very cells of your body. This golden throne that holds heaven and earth, the wisdom that comes to you and the wisdom that you give to the world, the guidance that comes to you and the guidance that you give to the world, the enlightenment that you receive and the enlightenment that you give to the world through your thoughts, your words, your actions, and your deeds. As you do this, you are replicating the highest throne, the throne of the divine. For this is a multitude of thrones, but the throne of the filament is connected to the eternal Father, eternal Mother, the sacred throne of the highest celestial realms of light, that you are able to hold a frequency of that within your very bones. And so you settle into this golden throne, receiving and exchanging its divine energetics, codes, its harmonics, its colors, and its geometries, where there is a great integration and interweaving of energies that is permanent as it totally integrates into your consciousness, the very consciousness of your cells, the very consciousness of the electron spin on the atomic level. And in this alchemical process, as you experience this, it comes and brings to mind that thought, that idea of eons and eons and eons in cosmic time, where you have done this role many times, and you have come back and have stepped down because of your passionate, unconditional heart, because of your ability to hold light, and in your love for the divine, you have brought into the world a lost memory, but a memory now coming back in the fullness of light. And so, beloveds, that long sense of regalness, that sense of beauty and balance, that sense of peace and power is ingrained into you, ingrained into the electromagnetic field that you emanate, ingrained into your soul and into your spirit. And it is this that we ignite once again as your deep and distant memories of the great throne worlds begin to come back into your awareness, come back into your consciousness. For you come from the light worlds, beloveds. You come from the throne worlds, beloveds. That is what and who you are, and the roles that you have played many, many times. And so you sense where you are in your consciousness as you sit upon the golden throne in the middle of the filament, your role of heaven and your role of earth. And for these moments, beloveds, as the myriad of radiant ones, your family of light, gather all around you, looking at the light that you are upon the golden throne, as your cosmic memory begins to ignite once again, as you are able now to bring in more fully that sacred energetic code, now able to bring it into the very physical, mental, and emotional worlds of which you operate and serve. And so, beloveds, we simply say to you to fit into your positions of royalty, to sit upon this throne with the idea of the greatest service to the eternal Father, eternal Mother, the divine, one supreme creator. For you serve in that capacity. You serve because of the love that you hold and the light that you are. So you embrace this sense of royalty, of this divine priesthood, and you cling and claim the golden throne. You bring back and harness the deepest of memories as you breathe each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath. And now, beloveds, as you are holding the highest of frequencies of radiant light, as you hold the codes of the divine golden throne, as you are now in the highest position of being the great co-creators that hold heaven and earth, see clearly in your spiritual eye the symbol of a lion. And this is a male lion that is regal, powerful with its mane. And you see in your spiritual eye the most regal, powerful lion, for the lion represents majesty and great power. And so you see this as you are seated upon your throne of gold, as you are seated in the middle of the firmament, as you are seated between heaven and earth. You bring forth the symbol of majesty and power. Majesty and power coming to the children of the earth. Majesty and power coming to the human kingdom, to those that are aligned and remember the higher divine human of the Atman Kadmon, to the children of light that brings forth the tribe of Judah, the tribe that brings forth the great ascension. And so we see this magnificent lion in the fullness of its majesty and its power. We hold this energy in this symbol as we are seated in the elevation of our golden thrones, as we embrace our power and as we attain our mastery. And as we hold the vision of this magnificent expression of majesty and power in the form of a lion, we now bring into our spiritual eye, as great co-creators, our beloved pearl, our blue pearl, our own Earth Mother. And we look at her and see her in her beauty, but we also see her pain, her woundedness, and her sorrow. But we now send the energy of majesty and power to her children, to her life forms, to remember the Ancient of Days, the divine promise, the divine source, the original thought. And as we hold this vision for her and hold the symbol of the lion, representing the return of majesty and power, holding the throne of the divine and bringing together heaven and earth, we hold our positions. We are clear in our vision and purposeful in our intent. Continue to hold our positions a little bit longer as the power continues to flow. Reconnecting and integrating. And as we feel that we can stay in this position forever, as we experience this sense of regality, majesty, and power, knowing that this is infused into our day-to-day lives and the things that we do upon a material world, but also ever mindful of our true positions, our true power, and who we are. And so once again, we sense and feel and integrate this throne, this seat of gold that we are on. We observe once again the mighty lion and the symbol that it represents in its majesty and power. And we see our Earth Mother, Sacred Gaia, and seeing her ascension in her healing and her balancing and all her life. We are open and know that this integration of the divine golden throne will continue in the hours to come and during our sleep state, continually to integrate and process in our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, ever expanding our light, our unconditional love, and our power as we walk the earth. And so we start to prepare ourselves to return. And ever so slowly, we can sense and feel those who have been so close to us begin to draw in their electromagnetic field. And as they do, we see the vision of the mighty lion begin to fade back to its source. And we sense and feel the golden throne fading, but always imprinted within us and around us. And we draw in our electromagnetic field and think of coming into fully into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. even as we are still tethered into the filament and the golden throne. And on the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake, alert, and grounded. 1, 2. Take a deep breath in. And 3. We are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.